Welcome to video 3. This is concentrating today on bare lies in bunkers. Very annoying for all of us. If we find ourselves in a lie like this, we'd all love the lies to be perfect every time, but we have to get out, and if we know what to do, we've got more of a chance and we use the right equipment. What I say to people, without being rude to anyone, is that McElroy came round and played our course today and went in every single bunker, with some of the lies being perfect, some being bare, some being whatever. I'm sure he'd get out every single time. So once we've got the right technique, we've got a chance of getting out of a lie like this, even though if I was playing in a competition and it had no sand around it, I would not be best pleased. But it's not easy to keep bunkers in perfect condition all the time. So I've pushed away the sand here, so it's basically rock hard underneath the ball. There is no sand underneath it. I cannot play this shot in a conventional way. I don't want to use a sand iron with a lot of bounce, which is what I used in the first bunker lesson that we did when there was lots of sand around the ball. So I've gone back to my lob wedge, which is 60 degrees, not because of the loft particularly, but because the bounce is less, 8 degrees bounce. I don't want this bouncing off the sand. And to take even the 8 degrees bounce off this, I'm going to push my hands forward slightly, so I'm going to de-loft the club. So again, that extra few degrees helps me with that. I'm probably now turning it into a 56 degree, but with no bounce. Now I obviously can't use as big a swing as I would do when there's sand behind the ball, because there's now nothing to cushion this shot. If I use the same length swing that I used in the first bunker video, it would probably go 50-60 yards. So we've now got to basically just chip it out of the bunker. We've got to try and pick it off as cleanly as we can, try to take a little bit of sand, whatever sand there is there, to try and make sure we get the bottom of the ball, but it's a much smaller swing than I would normally employ for a normal bunker shot. So here we go. I'm going to push the hands forward slightly, tiny little swing, and I've just clipped it off the top. There's a tiny bit of evidence of where I've hit the ball from, but I caught the ball literally first or just a fraction behind it, not the normal inch to an inch and a half that I would do off a normal lie. You can see the finish there, much more curtailed than it was on a normal bunker shot. But if you come down the target line, please. I'm not opening the blade up this time. I've got the club face slightly turned in to take the bounce off, and again a tiny little swing. Okay, still lots of spin on the ball. There's a tiny bit of sand underneath it, but it was pretty hard, quite hard packed, and we find this when it's been raining or something. So the right club, de-lofting it, taking the bounce off, using a smaller swing, trying to get the ball almost first and then the sand. There's a little bit of sand that comes out, but it's a much different shot than a normal bunker shot. So bare lies, we don't like them, we have to get used to them. Wherever we play golf, we're going to find them, I'm sure. At least that gives you a little bit of information there to practice when you're next up at the bunkers. And then when you go up there, don't just rake it and give yourself perfect lies all the time. Do what I did there, take the sand away and practice off more difficult lies, just so that you're used to it. So the first time you don't find that is on the golf course under pressure. Try and practice it first. Okay, next time in bunkers we'll go through plug lies, and unplayable shots, and also underneath the lip, and also downhill lies. So we'll cover quite a bit that time. So thanks again, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.